Welcome to BusyButHealthy.com, your no-nonsense source for keeping healthy, fit, and fabulous with your host, Kristine Fretwell.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on another episode of Busy But Healthy. I've got another great protein bar recipe for you today. Protein bars are just a wonderful snack to have around, and these are called trail mix protein bars. So these are great when you're doing your hikes in the summer, early fall, just great to have in your pack as a snack, and obviously a lot lower sugar, higher nutrition than a lot of the commercial protein bars out there. So it's actually a really easy recipe to make. It's just a few ingredients, so I'll just tell you what I'm doing here. So first things first, I'm going to chop up some trail mix. Now I just picked up like a raw trail mix from the store. The one that I'm using actually has, here's the package here, it has raisins, almonds, pumpkin seeds, pecans, and apricots. So that's the one that I'm using. You can obviously use whatever flavor of trail mix that you like. But I should let you know that obviously with different brands of trail mixes, depending on what kind of fruit and nuts they have in them, the calorie information might change. So the calorie information is going to be based on what's in here. So it's like the pumpkin seeds, the pecans, almonds, raisins. But if you use a completely different kind of trail mix, then you can calculate your own information. So I'm just going to chop this up into small little bits. This really is the only work that you have to do in this recipe. So gotta like that. It's a really yummy combo of the seeds and nuts. Okay, so there we go. I've got my half a cup of trail mix chopped up. And then I've also just got here in my bowl 1 cup of the old-fashioned oats. And in this recipe, you want to use the old-fashioned oats, not the quick oats, because you want it to be a nice, hearty, firm, the granola type bar, really. So I'm just going to put in my trail mix into my bowl with my oats, and then I've also got a few scoops of vanilla protein powder. This is a whey protein powder, and this one is sweetened with stevia. So I'm just going to dump this in. This is 3 scoops of whey protein powder. So I'm just going to mix these few things up. Okay, so there's that. And now on to our wet ingredients. So I've got half a cup of all natural peanut butter. So you can use whatever brand you like. If you find your all natural peanut butter is getting a little bit firm, or if it's kind of at the bottom of the jar, it starts to get a little bit harder, you can just actually throw it in the microwave or put it on the stove for a couple minutes just to soften it up a little bit and get it a little bit more runnier like this. And then I'm also using, this is just a 1/4 cup of agave. The agave syrup. You can also use honey. You could use a raw honey, whatever you like, really. Or maple syrup would work great too. Like a pure maple syrup, that'd be really yummy. Actually, I might try that next time. So I've got some really great maple syrup. Stick this over here. I'm just going to mix these two around a little bit. And then lastly, I'm just going to add just a 1/4 cup of water just to kind of get it all jiving around and get it all nice and mixed. So I've got my oven preheating at 325 degrees right now. And you can put these in like a dish if you wanted to, but actually I kind of did it this way. That makes them look a little bit more rustic, but that's kind of what trail mix bars are. You know, you're taking them hiking, you're taking them out with you. So I like them to look a little rustic myself. So this is just a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper, super easy. If you haven't started using parchment paper yet, I highly recommend it because it's literally saved so many of my pans and stuff, and it's such easy cleanup. All you do is just pick it up, throw it in the garbage, and you're good to go. So I'm going to have to use my hands for this now. So basically I've just slapped it onto my cookie sheet here, and this part gets a little messy, but basically you just want to spread it out into a thinner layer. So you just spread it out into a thinner layer, and basically when it's like this, you just throw it in the oven, and it's going to be in the oven for about 12 or so minutes. And then you're actually going to pull it out, cut it into bars, and then put it back in the oven. And when you do that and let it get all nice and golden brown, that's when it gets all nice and crunchy and crispy like a granola bar. Really good. So I'm just gonna take this, clean my hands, throw it in the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's about halfway done, and I'll cut it up and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's fully done. So I'll see you back in a minute. Hey again, I'm back, and my trail mix protein bars have been in the oven for 10 minutes. And so the next step here is you basically just cut them into bars. So I'm just gonna cut them into, I think 12 bars is what I normally do. Actually, first I'm gonna cut them down the middle. So I'm gonna try and spread them out just a little so they're not totally touching each other. Okay, looking good. Great, so I'm gonna pop these back in the oven for another 12 minutes and get them all nice and golden brown and crunchy, and I'll show you what they look like when they're completely done. Okay, be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, and my trail mix protein bars are out of the oven. So as you can see, I just transferred them from the parchment paper onto a cooling rack. As you can see, they've gotten really golden brown and nice and crisp around the edges. They'll still seem a tiny bit soft when they first come out of the oven because they're still hot, but once you lay them down on a rack here and when they cool, they're going to be just like a healthy granola bar. So thanks for joining me again on Busy But Healthy. Hope you enjoy your trail mix bars on your hike, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye for now.
For more tips, recipes, and information, please visit busybutthealthy.com.